Hello, everybody. It is time once again. Hello, everybody. Hi, Bully Snake. Welcome back. Tonight on SuperChief show on WBPL 76, I am going to attempt to finish SIfu. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, it's just me for right now. My co-hosts may appear at some time. How old am I today? In game, we are starting at 63 for the final boss. May or may not. Yeah, yeah. It's looking rough. I'm gonna give the boss a few goes initially. So, and then if not, I'm gonna go back and try to beat the older bosses a bit better, so I can save time and age. Ah, yes.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
This is a place for broken bodies and spirits. Everyone is welcome.
To get
As
younger.
long as they step through our door with humility and peace.
Actually, yeah, I think there is a. So what I can do, Zero, is I can just go back to levels on their own and complete those levels at a lower age. Now that I have unlocks to speed up my traversal through them.
Greetings. Can I help you, sir?
And that's how we can get younger, right? Like, so if I go back to like level 3 after having beaten level 2 at a lower age, I start at that new lower age. Hi, Lord Grimos, and see Silicon Soul, and then I can like kind of compound like that, right?
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step.
Be my guest.
That was terrible.
Drop your move! Not so tough after all.
Bonked. All of them have been thoroughly bonked.
Put it down now! End this fight now.
Okay, alright. Alright. I'm gonna try to give myself a bit more, since we have time now. If I can get to, if I can beat the museum's boss at a lower age than 47, Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go back and we're gonna work through the previous bosses a little bit and see if I can't improve my time here.
Eyes on the target in the atrium. Everyone get into position.
Because this is definitely gonna be a
It
struggle.
was foolish of you to come here. He has a weapon!
We do have the bonk stick, indeed. Hey, Puppet Pal Clam. What is it, Puppet Pal Mitch? Alright, we did all this already.
Hello, Chief.
Hey, Storm, welcome.
Hey there. Sorry about the delay. I was helping fix some sound problems at the synagogue.
It's all good.
I assume by the fact that you're playing, we are live.
Yeah, we are live.
Haha. Let me get the chat brought up now. We still on SIfu here?
Yeah. I am working through the older bosses to see if I can get better
Defeated death itself.
age scores on them.
Well, according to Zerg, the chat is an illusion, but if the illusion's telling me that, then it has to be real.
Exactly.
But I get yelled at if I ignore chat. Jeez. No, I didn't want. Well, no, maybe I do want you.
Oh, damn it. So I need to be 47.
This time my blades will not fail.
Oh, okay. This is that snake lady.
Yeah.
Hey, you were having some difficulties with her last time.
Well,
But last week was Diggs Day, so we have been on a break.
right. So, last time in the game, we got to the final boss. Ah, you motherfucker. We're still good. We're still good.
Your presence disturbs the
Yes.
serenity of this place. I know 100 ways to kill you. You should have run when she gave you the chance.
Loving a doggo is a good thing. pet the doggo. Feed the doggo.
Right. Oh man. Alright. They're at 40.
Step by step.
Now it's time for your midlife crisis.
So yeah.
I'll kill you.
Oh no. I am a test. Ignore me!
Yeah, I'm just seeing, because I'm trying to learn the commands here, and I was having trouble with one of them the other day, even though it looked like I technically had it correct, so I have the theory that I have to do it in mod view and not general chat.
This is your end.
Oh, okay. Alright, now we're at 49, so.
The end is close for you now.
We have a companion in the chat.
Hello.
Hello.
It is he who is blameless.
It is.
It is Will the Great.
Hello.
Hello, Will. How you doing today?
I am doing pretty good, my dudes. I got a curry going in the old slow cooker.
Oh, that sounds
is
nice.
good.
Yeah. Also, I slept until like 12 today, because fuck it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. This is me giving a fuck.
Right.
Here, let me get chat open so I can, contribute to the whole streaming experience.
So I've determined that as of right now, I think I'm gonna keep
Hey,
trying
Gross.
to do this.
Yeah?
And with this age, even though it's gonna be tough as
Welcome to the
nails,
sanctuary.
I don't believe
This is
that
a
my
place
skill
for-
level is unfortunately high enough to ruin my score at this moment.
Maybe that's the idea, right?
Yep.
Maybe you're supposed to deal with being an old man.
I think so. I think thematically makes sense.
Greetings.
Yeah.
Can I help you, sir?
Indeed.
Like Whacker.
Hi, Cookie Mama.
Hey, Cookie.
Yeah, we have to embrace the whacker.
Embrace the Whacker.
So, in Goat's Traveler game, he keeps a contiguous timeline, even if it's between two different groups of players.
Awesome.
And so he accidentally posted stuff for the other group in our group.
Oh dear.
And this has led us to the strong belief that Goat's Traveler setting is just schizo posting.
I mean, this is Goat we're talking about.
Yes. Plays like Star Wars, reads like Venture Bros.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Very,
You can
very
barely
violent
keep-
Venture Bros. So how is the will today?
Doing pretty good.
It's a cookie mama.
Yeah, Cookie's in chat.
Ah.
Hey, Stormsong, did you see the new intro I have on my Tuesday show?
Was it the Batman one?
Yes.
Yep.
Batman.
It's a Batwill.
Yeah.
Journey of 1,000.
I am embarrassed by how long it took me to put that together.
For the Traveler game tonight, I have to remember that my character is the pilot who can shoot, not the brave Marine who should take on every enemy. Play
Yeah,
like
you don't want to. You don't want to get those mixed up.
Yeah, play like Han Solo, not Master Chief.
Yes. So, always shoot first?
Mm-hmm.
Grimos, you now have 2 dogs. Congratulations.
But
Wow.
that means he didn't let...
Double the dogs.
It means he didn't let sleeping dogs lie.
Hey!
Yeah, Discord probably cut off a good chunk of the,
Oh yeah, it caught it. It caught your screen. It was like, nope, not having that today.
doing the Miami Vice scream.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Greetings. Can I help you, sir?
Now, the only hard part about playing this character in the fashion of Han Solo is it's all of Han Solo's skill set, but, like, way too nice to be Han Solo. This just in, old man starts beating up staff in a restaurant.
We came here for a succulent Chinese meal.
Explain to me, Han Solo, how did Han Solo get that wrong on the Death Star?
Too late to back out now.
Oh, where he started chasing the stormtroopers down the hallway?
Nope, nope, not happening. I refuse to let the stream end up like Final Fantasy VIII. Not happening. Not twice.
Now, end up like your stream of Final Fantasy VIII, or
Yes.
just end up like Final Fantasy VIII itself?
Either one works.
Either one.
Oh yeah, we noticed that back, I haven't been able to attend due to things recently, but in the dojo and the auxiliary, one of the things we noticed is that if there is a restaurant, bar, tavern, or otherwise
Welcome to the sanctuary.
in a Kung Fu movie, it is going to be destroyed before the end. It's kind of a Chekhov's gun for Kung Fu movies.
For Kung Bat?
Kung Bat! I am strong with Kung Bat.
It's like how they made that one Batman short that was like
Greetings.
Imperial
Can I help you, sir?
China myth.
What?
Did you not see that? Where it was like this,
No.
this one-shot animation
No, I did not.
of like Imperial China Batman and Catwoman and whatnot.
Okay.
And it was like styled after those old fables.
Okay.
It was pretty neat.
Like Monkey guarding Tripitaka as he takes him to the temple and all that.
Okay.
Like that
That's kinda
style
cool.
of fable.
You'd have to see it because I'm not. My Chinese fables, unfortunately, are not as like in depth as I wish they were.
Yeah, my two big interfaces with Chinese culture is the mandatory Journey to the West and then Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Right, the big ones.
Yeah.
But
I'm more engaged in Chinese history. Not as much, I would say, like the Holy Roman Empire or Japan, though.
right, I know. Yeah. Oh yeah, Can I post a link to that YouTube video in here in chat or no?
Yeah, because you're the one controlling that posting. We generally just try to avoid posting links in chat due to like.
Right,
you know,
right.
people...
But yeah.
Oh, right. So in the future, everyone, and I can see what you just did there, Chief, and you probably didn't know this. Don't use the share function on YouTube. Just copy the URL.
Oh, it's the tracking numbers.
Yeah, there's tracking numbers in there. Like, it's not going to harm you, but it gets creepy after a bit.
Right. Yeah, I forgot entirely. It's like everything
Welcome
after
to the
it's the question mark and after.
Yep. It's something Guilt was educating me on.
You know,
literally
there's
a
got to
week ago.
be somebody has to have made a plugin that will strip those out. There's got to be one.
Can I help you, sir?
You know, there probably is.
I would dare say there is.
There has to be. Somebody has to have made one, and if they haven't, I will.
Journey of a
I will jump on that grenade.
Be my guest.
Yes. Okay, so it's called Batman of Shanghai.
Yeah, it was just like this one-shot animation that was pretty dope. Okay. I gotta relax.
Oh, right. I was at synagogue all morning. Any update on how the opening tournament went for the mech battles?
I wasn't watching, to be honest with you. I was doing stuff with family and occasionally talking in the Legion, but I don't know who won yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I will go check announcements.
Texan had
Aw.
defeated. Oh,
It's all you kids bullying these poor old
Welcome
men.
to the sanctuary.
Greetings. Can I help you, sir?
Nice.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a...
Didn't even let me finish the sentence.
nope.
Too late to back out now.
Rude.
No, get out. I can't lose a single life here. It's too detrimental. Give me some health, yep. And we do the strong sweep into the...
Get out of
I
fight.
no, fuck you, game. Fuck you, game. I dodged that.
I mean, clearly you didn't.
Okay, alright. Okay.
Oof.
I know that is a fact.
Oof.
I did...
Also, Grimos, that sounds like the opening line of some kind of, like, epic story. One hound has left me. Another remains. Opening title card.
Hey, NNT, how's it going?
It's a Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle. We're doing some painful kung fu. And it's painful because I'm not that good and we're very close to the end.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
It is in fact extremely painful for you.
For me. Painful.
For you.
Greetings. Can I help you, sir?
Hail the Ding Dynasty. Thank you.
The journey of 1,000 miles.
Be my guest.
Excuse me.
Not so tough after all.
Alright, big boy,
Oh man.
going down. Give me.
I feel like I'm not doing Whacker's job for him if I'm not saying get good or, you know, something mean and divisive, but...
Eat. Good.
Ah, well, now it's my job. Get good, Chief. No.
Try this.
IDs.
Haven't you had enough?
Put it down now.
No, we are very supportive of Chief in this stream. We believe.
Watch out. He's fast.
Power of friendship and also kung fu.
Okay, alright. That's a restart.
Well, Not so much the power of friendship, then.
Ah. It's been a minute. I need to loosen up. Be like water.
Yes. Be like water. Be formless. What's the...
Boards, do not hit back.
What's that?
Water break.
Welcome to the sanctuary. This is a place for broken bodies and
Ooh. Sounds like it hurt.
Can I help you?
Yeah.
sir?
I'm trying to take it slow.
I can't get over just how the reception desk is like, oh yeah, hi, let's come on in. You know, after you beat the shit out of the guy at the front door. I just can't get over that.
Right.
I'm afraid the restaurant's closed. Guess.
Okay, that was an interesting little bit of animation.
I'm the one who's gonna stop you.
Excuse me.
Fuck that pot.
In particular.
Journey of 1,000 miles begins with a...
Put that down.
Like most of life's problems, you can solve this one with an axe kick.
Yeah.
Are those your best moves?
Try my fist-to-face technique.
Fine. Get up.
It's super effective.
Well, it was more like knee-to-face, but
Yeah.
he's bleeding, making him the winner.
Yes. By ancient law. By kung fu law.
To reveal the path, you must truly let go. Only then will the...
Grimos points out, you know that the guy, or they get in classical kung fu, the guy at the door is either everyone's friend or the reason two monasteries go to war. Also, you beat that guy up before the sage's wisdom could reach through your head.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The sage's wisdom is a trick. Don't fall for it.
Let this play out again, real quick.
Time has passed since the days I trained you. We were family. At least, that's what I believed. But then, during my darkest days, your father revealed his true self. He never cared about us. He cast me out. He abandoned us. Tell me, what would you do to save the people you love from the inevitable? Wouldn't you cross every line? Break every rule?
These are not powers a Jedi would teach you.
Wouldn't you challenge death itself? You want revenge, little brother? Show me.
Oh, thank you, controller.
Huh.
Fuck you. I was in the middle of parrying that shit.
Yeah.
8 years. Come on.
I need to get back to playing that one game that I was playing. That this is reminding me of, but like I got distracted with grading papers.
That's all you want.
Ah.
After
Ew,
8
papers.
years of training.
Yep. I was in the middle playing Black Myth Wukong.
Try harder.
Well, don't leave us hanging. Tell us how it is.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Come on.
It's
Try harder, you fool.
I feel like it's not fair to it to call it a Souls-like, but I guess that's what it would technically count as.
I mean, everything is a Souls-like these days.
Do better.
Souls-like is just the new roguelike. He doesn't mean anything.
Souls-like these nuts! But yeah.
Got him.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Never worked hard
it's
enough
definitely
to reach.
visually stunning, and the combat seems fairly intuitive. It definitely does follow the you're going to have to get good at this school of difficulty design.
Yeah.
Like, not in the Dark Souls 2 or 3 way, but definitely still has some Dark Souls 1 spark of, like, I'm going to make you pay for what you win.
Cool.
Years. Come on.
Oh, you bitch!
I played a bit of Sekiro earlier this week, which I hadn't touched in quite a while. I'm still not good at it. I'm remembering why I put it down, which is that I am terrible at it.
There's a lot in common here with Sekiro in this game. I'll tell you that much, gameplay-wise.
In the end,
I was.
you're still that same child I knew. Helpless. Like the
I
night
just
I
can't wait
killed
for
your
Bloodborne
father.
to come to PC, yeah.
You're here, in front of me, only because of this pendant. But what if I take it from you? Will you fear death once again?
You sound like a frightened one to me.
So I can't die on this.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh
I
no.
mean, so much, yeah.
What was I saying? I was thinking about maybe trying to play Sekiro on stream at some point.
And so your training must continue.
Yeah.
This is gonna be just absolute.
Gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, probably.
But that's
Yes.
okay.
Interesting. This Balatro game,
Balatro.
Digimon we're talking about.
Yeah.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Balatro is not a roguelike. Not remotely.
Not so tough after.
Show me where the deck building mechanics were in Rogue.
Greetings. Can I help you, sir?
I think these days there's when they say roguelike they mean like
When people say roguelike, what they mean is it's
afraid the
repeatable
restaurant's
and
closed.
procedural and
Yeah.
has a progression mechanic. Which, like, only 2 of those are true of Rogue. Rogue did not have a progression mechanic.
yeah. But that's marketing for you.
Yup.
In a weird way, it's kind of the reverse of the heavy metal subgenre problem.
Oh?
So, like,
Explain.
game designers are like, it's the Dark Souls of this generation, or it's, you know, the Halo killer, or it's whatever you want to call it. They
yeah.
try to group things into large, very broad boxes for marketing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're into any major genre of music, be that electronica, heavy metal, punk, and I'll just use heavy metal for the example here because it's the one I'm really familiar with, you will have, at first, you know, a couple delineations, then a dozen delineations, then hundreds of delineations. So it goes from heavy metal to a split between classic heavy metal, hair metal, power metal, thrash metal. And then thrash metal will split into extreme metal and death metal as well. And power metal will have a split off that's symphonic metal. And then folk metal will appear. And then there will be industrial metal. And then you start getting to where it's like black and psychedelic folk metal. And it just, you keep getting these split off. So then the difference there is now everything has such a specific name for what it's doing that the genre might as well literally be the descriptor on the can.
Right.
And at some point it starts to feel absurd because the whole point of having genres is to catalog things in easy-to-use marketing boxes.
Marketing!
I tend to think of them as language groups because, like,
Yeah.
when I started out music, I speak heavy metal. I eventually learned to speak jazz, which makes my heavy metal more interesting.
It's a way to think about it.
Even though it was always in service to heavy metal, I had to learn to speak jazz and classical to really up my game.
Yeah. That's an interesting way to think about it. I wouldn't have, but like that is true, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
Music is musical genres are sort of a language, aren't they?
Yeah, and then something like, say, power metal versus death metal are dialects of that language.
Yeah.
One is much more growly and hard to understand.
Yeah,
and the
'cause-
other goes really high.
Because there are like, in the same way that language has phrases and grammar, there's a sort of phraseology and grammar and syntax to music, isn't there? There are things that work and things that are there. There are permissible combinations and not permissible combinations.
Yes. For example, prog metal does things that most metal bands don't even touch with a 10-foot pole, which is to start doing advanced chords like diminished chords and ninth chords and seventh chords and augmented ninth chords and stuff like where it's like normally we would just do, you know, power chords or something like that. But then that's what gives something like Dream Theater its much more distinctive sound. That and the way they the way they go, you know, super crazy on the guitars.
They do that. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom, and I think the hot dogs are done. I'm getting
Dogs?
I'm getting me a fucking hot dog.
Did
Ninja
you bring enough
Turtle-
for everyone?
Oh. Hot dogs.
Yo,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
no hot dogs for us?
I mean, you
It's
know,
okay. I had to
we-
make lunch.
I really wish we had like teleporters because I'd totally send you hot dogs.
That's okay. I had a couple of fried eggs.
Hell yeah!
If we had
All right, be
if
right
we
back.
had teleporters, I'd hire you to be a chef. Ninja Turtle says, heavy metal is for casuals. I'm into that turbo funk industrial punk. And now I want to write it.
What, turbo funk industrial punk?
Yes.
I don't even know what that means.
So punk, as in, you know, punk style music, obviously.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Industrial being stuff like Nine Inch Nails and...
Oh yeah, no, I
Ministry.
know what that means. I just like the combination. I'm like, what?
And then it would have to be funky, so you'd have to have some groove going. But the turbo, I'm interpreting that as super fast.
Okay.
So really, it would just end up sounding like funkier Ministry. I think. G-Man says, Balatro has some unlockables, but you can choose to unlock them all at the start of a profile if you don't want to be bothered by unblocking them. And B, has no scaling. Things are X% easier, cheaper on later runs that roguelites do. Ninja Troll says, use the hot dogger. Digiban says, other than set unlocks, nothing from one run interacts with the later run. It's totally a roguelike. So,
All
he
right,
likes
the
the
hot
game.
dogs,
Does not.
unfortunately, we're not done yet.
Oof.
So
Orc Slayers likes that bombastic music. Oh, hey,
Alright.
Chief. Sorry.
No, it's
I'll be
alright.
right back.
catching
I'm
up
gonna
with
get some more
that.
coffee.
Yes.
Whew. Alright. So I've been playing a new JRPG today, which has been fun.
Ooh.
Live Alive.
Hmm.
It was a Square game that came out on the Super Nintendo that was like, I don't even know if it got released in the Americas at all, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like separated into like 7 or 8 different stories spanning different time periods and locations. Like there's a Wild West one, an Imperial Japan one, Imperial China one, not Imperial Japan, Sengoku Jidai Japan, and 2 like future ones, and 1 modern one where you're a martial arts man in a tournament.
Yeah. Okay, these almost look Dragon Quest-like, but just not the same kind of setting.
He just got booty cheeks clapped. I need to shut up.
That's all you got? After 8 years of do not play these kinds of games with me. Do better. Try harder.
Fuck you, game.
I've saved so many lives since taking your father's. And you understand that. You are blinded by vengeance.
I return.
I return Ice Storm Song.
Years.
Ah,
Come on.
yes, excellent.
Come on. Try harder, you fool. 8 years. Come on.
I really wish there were save states at this point.
Yes.
Your reliance on your gift will be your downfall. Do better. Try harder.
Alright. We're gonna go back to the tower and see if I can't save some lives here.
Yes.
Because if I can do that, because I think this is the one I might have the best chance of doing that.
Perhaps.
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 But Digiman, you are now fully one of us. All you have to do is but ask.
And you shall receive.
Welcome, sir. She's
The
waiting.
Diggs decides. The Diggs is our master. He decides who goes and who stays. The Diggs! He moves! Haley Rock. Interesting. And yes, Orc Slayers. Music that you can feel, as well as hear.
Don't move!
you watch an old man Batman like 4 of your friends and then say, not as tough as you look. I feel like you have just spelled out the remaining duration of your life as short. Hey, TK!
Hi, Ed Gauss. Hi, TK. Yeah, we're going back. See if I can save some lives on this boss to go fight the final boss.
The Guardians.
His
This
exfoliation
made-up
treatment takes
order
years
who
off
kept
your
for
face.
themselves what belongs to the people. The truth always finds its way, and so does justice. Are you nervous? What's the matter?
It's also an Ed Gauss.
And Ed Gauss. Double hots.
The fun has been doubled.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Whoa! Shit. Watch out, he's fast.
So I'm gonna play a little game I thought of this week.
Drop it.
And this is for you, Will. We're gonna see how you feel about everything I'm about to say.
Oh dear.
So, you are a profound lover of Star Trek, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what if a Star Trek movie directed by Steven Spielberg? Do you think he could do it?
That's a very good question, actually.
I can do this all day. Let me end this fight now.
What if directed by Martin Scorsese?
What did he do that I might have heard of?
Goodfellas, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Actually, I have seen neither.
Here, let me pull up his list, because those were the two that came to mind.
Yeah.
The Wolf of Wall Street, Shutter Island.
I've seen Shutter Island. That was a great movie.
So do you think he could make a good Star Trek director? Oh, The Departed. He did The Departed.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't really know what makes a good director.
They have a vision. I would.
You know?
That's,
Yeah.
That's a very tough one because there's. It depends on what you want out of the movie. Do you want a Star Trek movie or do you want a
To each
Scorsese?
crime, it's punishment. And to each punishment.
And
it's
so
weapon.
then I guess that requires us to define what a
What is a Scorsese movie? Yeah. Well,
or
what are
what
the-
is a Star Trek movie, and would that director interact
Well,
well?
I have a pretty good idea what a Star Trek movie is. I concur with Red Letter Media's thesis, which is that Star Trek is about horror. Star Trek is science fiction horror.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Every Star Trek episode is something horrible is happening to somebody or has happened on some planet, and the Enterprise has to deal with it. All of the best Star Trek episodes, like some of the best ones, are the ones that lean into the horror, like where No Man Has Gone Before. Great episode.
Yep.
The one where Barclay turns into a spider. Ridiculous premise. Great episode.
The original intimations of the board.
Yep. Best of Both Worlds.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Best of Both Worlds and the oft overlooked Best of Both Worlds Part 3, also known as Family.
Oh,
You know, the episode where Picard has a total breakdown
Oh my
on the family
God.
vineyard.
that is one of my
Yep.
favorite fucking episodes of TV. Period.
Mm-hmm.
That is okay. So Berman didn't want to do that episode, but the writers basically staged a revolt and demanded that they do the episode because they were like, "No, we have to deal with this. We can't just move on like nothing happened."
Mm-hmm.
They also wanted
Oh.
Picard's right arm to be a prosthetic, but Berman vetoed it. He wouldn't allow it.
Mm-hmm.
So in my head canon, Picard's arm is indeed a prosthetic because that thing was fucking missing.
According to Digiman, it's also the only episode of TNG where the bridge was never seen.
Yes. And
Um,
the only episode where we get to meet Worf's adopted parents.
yes.
Who
with
are
the-
amazing. The Rogenkos are amazing. They're so good.
Yeah. Well, and it kind of makes sense. Like, what human could possibly raise a Klingon child?
Right.
Meanwhile,
Ukrainians, of course.
um,
I wish we got to more about Worf's like backstory, like on Earth. I wish we knew more about that, because that's some prime storytelling right there.
okay, so I would amend, I think, what Red Letter Media says and say it's about horror and our response to it from
Yes.
the kind of philosophical perspective.
I think so, yeah.
And admittedly, a hopeful philosophical perspective, given at least the original Star Treks were typically more hopeful.
Some of them are more hopeful than others. Consider, do you remember the one with the, what was it called? The one with the old couple on the colony
and,
that's been
and the guy
completely
basically
destroyed.
wipes out an entire race.
Because it turns out he's like a demigod or something, and he got mad.
And it has one of my favorite lines from Star Trek ever, which is, we have no law to fit your crime.
Yeah, we're not fit to be your judges. We have no law to fit your crime. Like, wow.
Ooh, Digiman says, best thing about Voyager is it got Berman off DS9.
Yes.
Okay, so based on that then,
The worst thing about Voyager is Threshold.
Oh no!
The episode's so bad they retconned it and never happened.
so
You know,
I think
did I
then-
tell you this? How they retconned it?
Ow.
Okay, so Threshold is the one where they put the transwarp drive on the shuttlecraft and Tom Paris turns into a lizard, right?
Yes.
So later on, in the one where they're stealing a transwarp coil to put on the Delta Flyer, Tom Paris says, "Oh, I'm so nervous. I've never flown a transwarp before."
Yep.
Retcon. Threshold never happened. Retcon.
Lol. Okay, so looking at what I'm seeing here of Scorsese's list then, we have Shutter Island, The Departed, The Aviator, and Gangs of New York are ones that stand out, and Last Temptation of
The
Christ.
Aviator. I feel like I've seen that.
That's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio where he's playing Howard Hughes, was it?
I have seen that. Okay, I have seen
Yeah.
that one.
Way of the Future. Way of the Future. Yeah.
Yes.
So if it was one of those episodes where you were dealing with like a Federation scientist who went insane, between that and Shutter Island, I think you have.
He should do a movie remake of the one where they're all mobsters in Chicago.
Oh, he could do that.
He's made what, 2 killer mob movies? Fucking
Quite a
Goodfellas,
few,
and
actually.
Casino.
Hmm.
And
Isn't
The
The
Irishman.
Departed a mob movie?
Yeah.
G-Man has a good point. He says,
And I
I
mean-
disagree. Oh, go ahead.
And further back in time, he made Gangs of New York, which
Welcome
you
to
could
the
kind of
section.
call a mob movie.
No, it's
Kind of.
It is. You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you, man?
Digiman's point, it has a very good point. He says, the worst thing about Voyager is how the Maquis crewmates just assimilated with absolutely no issue.
Well, virtually no issue. They made mention of it in the first season. Then
He goes on to say in the episodes where it is an issue, they're always cast as the antagonists.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There goes the subtlety.
They could have done a lot more with that. Honestly, I think Star Trek Equinox would have been a much better show.
Hmm.
You know? Give me the Equinox's trek through the Delta Quadrant where nothing goes right and the ship is falling apart. Give me
No,
that. That sounds like a much better show.
I think you had something else to say, Will, or maybe it was Chief. Although Chief's in the middle of killing things.
After all.
I'm not killing them, it's just hitting
I need to focus, or else I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yep.
DS9 treated the Maki
Y'all
better. Well,
keep going,
DS9
please.
created the Maki.
Yeah.
And DS9 is just a better show.
Yeah. I mean, Voyager's not bad, but DS9 is better. Voyager is not bad Star Trek. It's Star Trek that can't decide whether it wants to be it wanted to be modern Star Trek or it wanted to be old style Star Trek. It couldn't make up its mind.
Yes.
Or rather, Rick Berman
I agree.
couldn't make
That
up his
makes
mind.
sense.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Because it's
That's such a
trying
good
to
starting
be
concept, and I-
a modern Star Trek show, but it's also trying to call back to early Next Gen and all of the original series where everything is one-off episodic, little morality plays, which is classic Star Trek. But
Greetings.
that's not
Can I help you, sir?
how television worked anymore in the early 2000s, right? Because The
Yeah.
Sopranos have come along and things had arcs now.
Okay, so let's
Journey of 1,000 miles.
try a curveball here then. Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah?
Oh, that's. I mean, he could make anything watchable. Let's be real. It'd be weird, but it'd be fucking good.
For the younger members of the audience who maybe don't know who Kubrick is, he created movies such as A Clockwork Orange and
Kubrick
Full
would be
Metal-
good.
Full Metal
Kubrick
Jacket.
Kubrick would be good for one of the big dumb object plots.
Oh yeah, 2000: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
I think
you know,
of
like,
that episode,
the episodes where there's something weird in space and the Enterprise is studying it, he'd be good for one of those.
Yes, Confessions. He did 2001: A Space Odyssey. I feel like he could do a good, using something like A Clockwork Orange as a
Welcome
touch
to the
point.
my guest.
Or what's it called? Well, yeah, A Clockwork Orange. Thinking about the one captain that goes crazy. I knew it was the captain of the Phoenix. I can't remember.
Oh,
The one who goes off and attacks Cardassian.
yeah, yeah. The one, yeah.
Greetings. Can I help
O'Brien's
you?
old commander.
Yeah.
The one who lectures Picard about like, oh, it's stuffy in here, like a bureaucrat's office.
afraid the restaurant's closed.
Ninja Turtle says, my favorite Stanley Kubrick fact is he did, in fact, fake the moon landing, but was such a perfectionist that he made NASA film on site.
Yes.
That one's always great.
That's pretty fucking funny.
That's good. That's real good. That's very good.
Well, we almost had one of these, a Quentin Tarantino Star Trek film.
Yeah.
That
Quentin
was
Tarantino Star Trek
that
film.
was in the works.
Too late to back out now.
I feel like it might have been unnecessarily violent. Like, don't get me wrong, I love unnecessary violence, but that's not what Star Trek is to me.
It's not. No.
Journey of 1,000.
And the thing that goes with the Tarantino point, I think, is the most obvious, is the director style over, like, the style of this film. Like, there were talks for a while for Tarantino doing a Bond movie, right?
And you see,
Huh.
Tarantino
Problem
could have
is,
done a good
like,
Huh.
right. The thing is, though, is when you think about it, Bond has always been about Bond. It's been about the setting and the character and whatnot, and it's goofy, right? But none of the directors until like Guy Hamilton, right at the end of the line, decided that they would have their own directorial style. Tarantino would not adapt the book faithfully because he'd want to do his own thing. And while that might be entertaining, it comes to like a production, like, what is more important? The movie, being, yeah, like, you get what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah,
Because sometimes
so
the
then
director shows
it would
too
be the kind
much
of thing
into the movie.
Yeah.
I wonder if Tarantino would work for I had this idea for a Star Trek story set on Cardassia during the occupation by the Federation and the Klingon Empire and the Romulans, right? Basically the third man, but Star Trek.
Ooh. That could work supremely well.
Yeah.
Like, especially on Cardassia, you have one of the few guys, like, he's just kind of
Cardassia after the Dominion War, when it's under occupation by the Alpha Quadrant Alliance. The Dominion's fucked off, right?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna have to restart the site out. This is kicking my ass, guys.
Yep.
Just let you know. If you couldn't tell.
I mean, it's a hard game. We understand.
It's a challenging
hard.
game.
I gotta take a
Like, you could do a Band of Brothers
Right
kind
back.
of show with Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's a thought, Will. I think I can hurt you with this if I'm not careful.
I swear to God.
Tim Burton does a Star Trek film.
Anything with the Borg. I feel like the Borg are very much up Tim Burton's alley.
Yeah, especially after seeing the color job on Sweeney Todd.
Mm-hmm.
And Edward Scissorhands, now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Edward Scissorborg.
Yeah, I feel like he could pull off a sort of like techno-goth kind of thing.
Yes.
He might be able to make the Borg scary again. Or at least, alien.
Johnny Depp would be the insane scientist that they de-assimilated from the Borg,
Yes.
who is now hell-bent on...
Now, who would Helen Bonham Carter be?
She would be the woman who was de-assimilated who wants to go back to the Borg.
Yes. Yes. Correct. I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
If Alfred Hitchcock did,
I like how it's
Star
just taken
Trek
as read that both those actors would be in the movie.
Oh, it's Tim Burton, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's just, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm back, and I have biscotti.
Biscotti.
Oh.
Also,
Hey, the biscotti.
Get this.
Mm-hmm.
A movie, a Star
I'm
Trek
getting it.
movie, starring a young petty officer O'Brien in the Cardassian Wars, made by Canon Films.
Okay.
Actually,
I want to see. Yeah.
You want to see?
Like, just a big dumb action
Wants to
movie,
see.
like
Welcome
yeah.
to the sanctuary.
I want to see Miles
My
Killicardi O'Brien, in his prime.
Well, actually...
Miles Spoonhead Soon Dead O'Brien.
Yep. I feel like if O'Brien was the focal character, Tarantino actually would be the perfect director.
Greetings.
Are we suggesting that Tarantino direct the Set Like 3 movie?
Yes.
All right.
Because think about it. What else is O'Brien's stuff known for? Getting put in prison for 20 years in 3 minutes. Or in 3 days, as it were. So that being sent behind enemy lines to do intelligence work on the Orions.
Yeah.
Like,
And
actually,
that one time on Set Like 3 when he killed 7 Cardassians before breakfast.
Put that
Yep.
down before someone gets hurt.
It's just like, you gotta get it so that Miles O'Brien is like, you give him like a really badass backstory as like a super soldier type character.
Well, no,
And he's
you
just
would want
getting
that's
worn
the
down.
Flanderization of O'Brien. Like that's a meme in the fandom. Like the truth is,
okay,
O'Brien killed 1 Cardassian on Set Like 3, and it fucked him up for the rest of his life.
and he even says it in the episode where that factor about him is introduced when he says, I don't hate you, Cardassian. I hate what that war made me.
Yeah, like that's because the story of the Setlik 3 massacre is the Cardassians thought it was a military outpost, so they started like slaughtering the civilians, and then so there goes the Phoenix, and they respond to it, and O'Brien's on one of the away teams, and like there's like a fight, and a colonist throws him a phaser, and he blasts the Cardassian, not realizing the phaser was set to maximum power, so just poof, gone.
Ooh, there we go.
But yeah, the joke in the Star Trek fandom is that Miles O'Brien is the Federation's Rambo. Because he later got flanderized into like one of the most decorated combat officers in all of Starfleet, which is hilarious because he's not even an officer.
Yeah, he's a petty officer, and he's.
But like he's a petty officer, but like he has had so much like starship and ground combat time that he is called as an expert witness in Worf's extradition trial.
Yeah, he's like.
Because
a lot of your characters have
NCOs,
a
Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically like an E6 or something.
Yeah, he is the head of
he's
the
chief petty officer, I think, by the end.
The NCO Mafia. He is.
Like, dude's like he's
feel
a
like
chief,
it's a-
like Chief O'Brien. He's got some years.
Path you must truly let go. Only then.
So
It
given
bugs
his
me that he's the only enlisted we ever see.
Yep. Given his propensity for focus on one main character, large-scale bombastic action movies, Ridley Scott doing a Chief O'Brien movie.
Full Metal Jacket was on Setlik 3. But yeah, he's
Scott did
like,
do
yeah, we don't need
Gladiator.
more NCOs.
Black Hawk Down.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
But
yes,
did.
Black Hawk Down. Gladiator.
Okay, so Ridley. So
Runner.
as if I'm the guy that Paramount puts in charge of the next Star Trek IP, and Ridley Scott is wanting to do a film, I'm giving him something with the Klingons.
Oh yeah. Oh, perhaps like Worf after Next Generation having to become the Klingon ambassador.
Maybe. I don't know if I would tap any existing characters. I might do a wholly original cast.
You know that could be for the better.
But I would do something either where the Klingons are important or about the Klingons.
Yep.
That's all you want. After 8 years.
Do better. Try harder.
Sly Marbo O'Brien. Okay. Thank you, Ninja Turtle.
Try harder.
Soundtrack works very well in this part.
It does.
Fine. Let's see how you handle my Pac-Man.
Ooh, Oliver Hope.
Oh, dude, Oliver. Hey, man, Starship Troopers.
Do something about the Makos, or basically Federation infantry in the style of Starship Troopers and/or RoboCop.
Oh.
Your reliance on your
I was doing
will
good.
be your downfall. Your father didn't have time to teach you this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, there's the temptation to make fun of you is overwritten by the fact that I know I would suck at this game.
No.
We believe in you,
Interesting how
Chief.
Yang is wearing white, where the Blaine is wearing black. Yeah, yeah. It's I think there's supposed to be a thematic thing there or some shit. Problem is, I don't really know the backstory because I haven't been reading it because I've been too worried about how to beat these fuckers to death. Like they keep
Well,
saying that my
one
dad was a
scene-
bad guy.
Mhm.
Welcome
If
to
I
the
were to
sanctuary.
just go on their outfits and their personalities and coloration, I'd almost say that your character is, per se, like, Confucian, whereas his character is, per se, Taoist.
Greetings.
One's about, you know, there's a way you do things and that's that, and the other is about, like, I should be at harmony with this and that. And that is a very simplified understanding of those two things. Please do not take that as some kind of expertise. Hey, Dreamcaster.
Right, I get you.
Get out of fight.
Hey, do we want a Digiman to join us for discussions here?
If you want. If you want.
You have Stream Daddy's permission. Yes.
Hi, Dreamcaster. Yeah, the secret level of this was pretty good. It was one of the few I actually enjoyed. Because most of the secret level episodes I was like, why?
Behold, JD's and Lentilman.
The Mega
for
Man one
first
was
time.
good.
I liked the Mega Man one, but yeah, I can see why others wouldn't be as big on it. Digiman for the first time on WBPL 76.
Good
He
lord.
too is now legally qualified as entertainment.
Like, that's not
Hello,
true. I played Magic
welcome
on Hero
in.
back when I was in the Ox.
Oh yeah, okay then. First
Also,
time
I
on
was
here.
a Cookie for a bit.
Yeah. Okay, first time on here as like a fully allowed in on your own member.
Yeah, it's one of those. The important thing is I haven't been in this time slot before.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, the things about Voyager that just pissed me the hell off was. Hold on a second. Do we?
Greetings.
Oh, there's only
Somebody
a few.
give the aux to. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. So, for Dreamcaster, the auxiliary is the BPL's public-facing Discord. Link right there.
I'm afraid.
Basically, this is where the wider community comes to join. It's a more, like, open, kind of active sort of place. And it is run by our very own Mr. Diggs, who runs this entire channel, and
Any regrets now?
I will call him the Shadow Counselor of the BPL.
It's one of those. As I like to say, join the Ox. Let your madness interface with our own.
Yes. Oh, by all means. Like, we love more people.
But as I was saying, the episode I think was the biggest embodiment of what I hate about Voyager was the 3 Ex Machina guys who won't being stealthy enough. So basically, in order to set them right, Janeway sicked Tuvok on them and made them like run laps to show them discipline and stuff. Except it's accepted canon that Vulcans are stronger with more stamina than humans. How the fuck was that supposed to prove anything? They might as well have you have a breath holding contest with someone who's aquatic.
Or like who can stay in the cold longer, the Andorian or everyone else.
Yeah, it's one of those digging contests against the Hulker. That type of thing. Who are you trying to kid? And if not, the one that pissed me off the most about that is that they had him take the nose ring off Bajoran because that wasn't being in uniform. And if nothing else, if ignoring how that has religious significance, and
well, no, that's canon. That's a thing. Like Ro Laren got chewed out from Picard over that, and that was her one condition of serving on the Enterprise was you waive this rule in the uniform code, and he was like, all right, sure. So yeah, that's canon. I'll give him that one.
Yeah, but the thing is, best case scenario, they know for a fact they're 70 years away from the next Starfleet officer. There was no need to be all lights and down to the level of the code. And I can say, and I'm saying this oddly, I think that's evidence that Tuvok was being irrational, because he doesn't want to accept the fact that, based on the facts of the rules as he knew them, his family is never going to see him again. As far as they will know, he died as a traitor, and they will never know the difference. And the fact that he will never, as far as he knew, because let's be blunt, all sorts of shenanigans came into place to make it so they didn't end up lost for 70 years. But as far as he knew, what was going to happen was he was going to die in the Middle States, never see his family again, and they always have thought he was a traitor. And that's why he's trying to be the shipper level and pretend everything's right, everything's fine. I should follow the exact code and rules of what Starfleet Regulation 105.8XC or whatever. It's one of those, no, shit's fucked. You have a right to be upset about that. This is all extenuating circumstances that and just be blunt, you're not, without the various shenanigans, there was no way you're getting home, because in order to get there at the perceived flight, they will have to have this prototype engine. It's have to be driving for longer and for faster than any other engine in the history of warp flight. It was without the various shenanigans they pulled to, like, oh, those trans-warp thingies or whatever. No, as the basic premise, you're never getting home. Just live with that fact, man. Ugh.
Yes. I see Silicon Soul's point of it sort of makes sense from the perspective of militaries often use uniforms to maintain. Well, let me finish. Often use uniforms to maintain, like, a knowledge that everyone is either, in working order, all. What's the word? Like, if you see a soldier dropping their act with the uniform or not keeping their hair well and such, it usually is a sign that they're giving up.
I can see that, except there's two problems with that. One, about half the crew isn't Starfleet.
They are now.
You're having No, it's one of those, they have it best.
Yeah, no, they are now. Like, that's the condition, is you're Starfleet or you're left behind.
And that, you want it that way, then that's not mince words. In that case, Janeway should be trialed for press ganging these people.
There's a lot of things Janeway should be court-martialed for when she gets back to Earth. You don't have to convince me on that.
Fair enough. But my point was...
You do not have to... You're preaching to the choir on that one.
My point is that in almost always that matters, at that point, Voyager isn't a ship anymore. It's a town with a warp drive. And the sooner you accept that these people are going to have to live the rest of their lives on this ship, it's a completely total different way things should be handled, and that just didn't happen. And that's one of those. Of all the things about Voyager that annoys the hell out of me, that is the emblematic of it most.
Yes. I'll kill everyone on this planet to get my coffee. Also, take off that nose ring. Thank you, Ninja Turtle. It is. So
I
how
also
you doing,
like
G?
the theory.
The thing is, though,
that the reason we saw Janeway got promoted to Admiral was they basically did that to basically cover up all the shit she did. Like, oh yes, you got back. Good, congratulations. Get out of public view.
I mean, that's the theory for the same reason what Miles O'Brien was doing on the Enterprise, is they gave him a cushy post on the flagship to get rid of their, their Rambo.
The Theodore Roosevelt gambit.
Yes.
Now that's making me want to read that one SCP article again.
Oh dear.
Lord Blackwood goes to hunt the Tarrasque in southern France, and is joined by some other hunters, including a young up and coming hunter from the Americas named Theodore Roosevelt. And so it's British McBritish Pants and young Theodore Roosevelt fight a dragon from the 600s.
Can I help you, sir?
That sounds good. I'm gonna have to set up.
Sorry, my sound cut out there for a second.
I said, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, just look up anything involving Lord Blackwood in SCP.
I still think I haven't read all of it, obviously, but of what I've read, I think my favorite SCP has got to be the one, it was the Anonymous rap album from that one rapper who died famously, and basically he's rapping the details of crimes that are unsolved, and basically the SCP the coalition tried to shut it down, and then it releases a album on Spotify with the image of the couple being the actual artist if he was aged enough within a Class D uniform where he's giving away secrets about the Foundation. Like one of those, like basically, play by my rules, I'm helping you and get things solved. Not everything that involves in here was trying to destroy the wall.
Yeah.
It's one of those being hopeful about it, because that's one of the things I find that too many SCPs and other things do, try to make things grimdark. Because frankly, when things get grimdark, I stop caring about the setting.
I'm much more partial to Noble Dark. It's why I do like the core philosophy presented in SCP is we die in the dark so you may live in the light. It's like, yes, that's grim, but at the same time, they're doing this for a noble cause so that there is hope.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the writers miss that.
Come on. That is indeed one of the when there's a collaborative project is too many writers, not everyone keeps track of everything.
Yeah.
Now that I have Star Trek and SCP in this Kung Fu game in the same parts of my brain, trying to figure out what level of reality bender the SCP Foundation would label Q.
I mean,
is Keter still the highest?
Keter is a containment protocol. Reality benders are tiered on basically their level of godhood.
Oh, that must be a new thing.
Because it's one of those. The problem is, Q would be impossible to contain, and so be a bit of an issue.
Yeah, he would be Keter by definition, in that he is... Containing him is difficult or impossible. That or he's a Polyon or Thaumiel class. Polyon if he just can't be contained. Thaumiel if he's helpful but can't be contained.
Yeah, it's one of those. Depends on how he's feeling, really.
Yep.
So
Q as depicted.
One of the reasons DS9 is best track is because they had Q show up once, Picard punched him in the face, and then he never showed up again.
Cisco.
Yes.
You said Picard by accident. We understand, though.
I'm thinking, I said Q and Captain in my brain. Like, okay, Captain on Q is obviously Picard. Like, no, Cisco punched him in the face. And I love the fact that was acknowledged in the Expand Universe novel.
Yep.
Basically, he got Q showed up and like, I got this report from Brian. He said he punched you in the face, and then you left soon after. I should probably try that at some point. But the fact that Picard won't do it makes him fun to play with.
Yes. So what were you saying, Will?
I was going to say that Q, as depicted, has always had a sort of a soft spot for humans. Like, he is clearly invested in not really the Federation in general, but humanity specifically.
The Federation just happens to be his interface because that's
He clearly cares about the fate of humanity, even though he doesn't want to admit that.
Yeah, he's a rascally version of Prometheus.
He is.
I'm recalling a novel I read as a kid that was a Star Trek: The Next Generation Uncanny X-Men crossover.
I remember that.
And basically, it was. I still love the bit where they wanted to talk to Professor X, but obviously wasn't there. They tried to make a simulation of him in the holodeck. And everyone was saying like, yeah, he looks kind of like Picard, doesn't he? And this was before Picard got cast as Professor X, because that was going to be out for like 8 years. But basically, to be fair, Picard was everyone's fan cast for Xavier like a decade before the show, just like how what's his name, guy who played Frasier.
No idea.
Brett Steiner.
Kelsey Grammer.
No, from Kelsey Grammer was everyone's go-to cast for Beast for decades, and no one thought he would do it, and then he actually did.
Okay,
and he killed it.
It's been a while, and Voyager was a fever dream. Did Q turn Janeway into a Belle at one point?
He tried to fuck Janeway at one point. Remember that?
Okay, well, that's an answer to your question, Ninja Turtle.
I don't remember anything about a bell, though.
Showed up like 3 times in Voyager. One time,
sorry,
because
quick
they basically
found... Quick pause, Digi. Chief, technical difficulties, or...?
I had to...
hey, Chief?
I did a quick restart of Discord.
Oh, okay. Just wondering, because you disappeared for a second.
Whenever I'm playing a game... Yeah. Whenever I'm playing a game, it
okay.
And it's still happening, but it delays my audio to you guys for some reason. Like, I can see it on my Discord.
Discord
Discord
has some known memory leaks with respect to the streaming function.
Oh.
Yeah,
you guys remember when Discord was the light video chat client?
Yeah.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Well, unfortunately, gents, Goat waits for no one, and I have
Goat waits for no man!
And I have a ship to pilot, so you all have a good one.
You're the one piloting? Oh, God.
Yep, I am the helmsman.
Bye.
Alright, you guys enjoy the remainder of the stream.
Good
luck, chat. To each other. Don't explode.
I guess it's up.
See ya.
I guess it's up to me to fill in then.
Right.
Follow their lead.
Yeah, you're free to.
Please, be my guest.
Yeah. Stick around.
I suppose I should.
Yeah. Well, you're here now. Oh. Okay, so NT says, no, Bell with an E. Okay, yeah, so there was actually a thing. I think that was the Civil War arc in the Q Continuum.
Yeah. That was...
Weird.
I have issues. Like, one of because you can say what you want about the TNG depiction of Voyager, but the way of the continuum, but the way Voyager showed it just disappointing.
I can buy the framing device that, like,
Yeah.
a typical human mind cannot comprehend the multidimensional Q continuum. I can buy that. That's a fun framing device. You can do some shit with that. I liked how Suicidal Q's depiction of the continuum was like a gas station in the middle of nowhere, which perfectly encapsulates why he wanted to leave, because it's boring as fuck.
I could do this all day.
But the idea that there was a civil war because some Qs weren't saying, hey, dying actually seems really cool, actually. I could buy. The fact that there is being depicted as an actual civil war and the Voyager crew can actually interact in any meaningful way made no goddamn sense.
I remember the framing device for that was the things that looked like muskets were weapons the Q had built that could kill other Q.
To reveal the path you must truly go.
Yeah,
I mean,
again,
sure, okay.
maybe-
If anybody knows how to kill a Q, it's another Q.
Yeah, I suppose, but if nothing else,
That is.
the concept of yes, some of us want to die, so let me depower myself so I can get killed, because we've shown that you can choose to depower themselves. That's how two of them had a kid in TNG who got elevated to being Q. So it's shown what you think they can do. Why do you need a weapon for that?
I mean, if we're talking about the inconsistencies as depicted in the Q, the list begins way before Voyager.
Fair enough. Though, if talking about Q-related media, I think my favorite one was the book Q Squared by Peter David, where basically they showed that Trelane from the original series was a Q.
Yeah, that was something that people always suspected ever since Q showed up was, hey, is this guy related to Trelane?
Try harder.
Like, that was a theory back in the olden days of Next Gen.
It's one of those, but the way it was done was actually really quite good, and obviously it's up that if you enjoy Trek enough to read about it is a whole thing, but if that's the type of thing you enjoy, I highly recommend it, because basically the whole thing is
Try harder.
because it's not to spoil the book too much, but something happens that gives Trelane access to a power Q's aren't supposed to have, and multiple forces start to happen. It's really interesting.
Oh. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
You
Man.
never worked hard enough when you were young.
Shit.
Shit.
I can say nothing has changed.
Spent almost half this fucking screen. Boss.
I mean, he's a tough nut to crack.
Yeah, talk about, dude.
Won't lie, I only have some idea what's going on because I wasn't here for a while, the older ones.
So
But-
let me fill you in on what's going on. Everybody is kung fu fighting,
Will be your death.
and those cats are fast
fast
as
are they?
lightning.
Fast as
As fast as lightning. It is in fact a little bit frightening.
How's the timing going though?
I don't remember the rest of the song, so I can't help you.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is expert.
Expert.
Ah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Ah.
Everyone on stream, hold off for a minute. I'm going to
Oh.
step away and talk with my co-host here for a second. I'll be right back. All right, back on live. 3, 2, 1. Okay, everyone. Here's the situation at hand. We are going to stop the stream for now, and we're going to move over to some Virtua FIghter 5 for a little bit. Because I'm going to be honest with you all. I'm stuck. I need to go in my off time and redo the earlier levels to undo it. I will be beating this on stream. I promise you that. This will not be a repeat before. So I'm going to stop the stream right now, boot up Virtua FIghter 5, and we're just going to do some arcade and some ranked matches, and it's going to be a good time. So, bear with us for 1 minute.
Indeed.